Welcome everyone to Old Gray Bricks. We are glad you're here on a Monday where we may talk a skosh about Lego Masters. Because since Moto came, I want to hear. Did you watch the best of show and everything? So hold on for that half a second. But it's mainly a messy Monday today. So everybody, Grumpy J is here. Hello, Grumpy J. Hello, Brick Blaze. What's up, man? Brick Blaze, are you going tonight at 9? Let me know, and I will make sure we tell everybody where to go. Hello, Battery Powered Bricks. Awesome. Andrew Sada. Hello. Moto is in the chat as well. You are getting the double Moto action today. I don't know what that means. So, anyway, all right. So we can real quick. Moto, you saw the best of thing. Was there some things you didn't expect? Did they show more of you guys and the thing? What was your reaction to that?
Surprised. I was really surprised that they featured my team so much, considering how long we were in the grand timeline of Lego Masters in all seasons. I think we're like that much. But hello, I got one for each of you. Yeah, I was surprised. Yeah, my lug got a message from me because we have a chat about Lego Masters, and I just put pure trauma. Not for me, but I think most people watching. Now, what was it? They differentiated smashes from
crashes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the crashes are usually fairly traumatic for anyone who has to relive that experience. I didn't mind so much. The shake one triggers me, but that one clip always triggers me for some reason. The rest of them I'm cool with, but overall, if you want
on the shaking thing, right?
The shaking thing is a very long story, but that's the one that for me has the most amount of trauma associated with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Long story. Yeah. Steve came back. He all of a sudden he's found like the weirdos he wants to hang out with until we make him mad. He leaves. That's
aren't you?
No, just as a contestant, I was surprised there was a lot of airtime. 2 dedicated segments and a couple other builds were in there, and watching stuff crash and blow apart, I'm sure appeals to the public. It makes me wince and hurt a tad to watch so much wanton destruction, but it is kind of fun. I mean, if it's designed for it. Like I said, the smashes, that's never fun. Crashes were cool.
Yeah. Obviously there was no real ranking to the good and the bad of those because the car rolling off the table is the ultimate funniest thing. Matt and I were talking about that a little bit in our text chat earlier. That I think they ordered them in. Hey, we're coming back from a break. Remember, this is the really funny one, and they play that and then show some other things.
And you're talking about the one where the launch shot the vehicle off the side, or the Caleb Yeet off the table one?
That was the funniest because it was so unplanned. That's what made it funny. Like everybody was like.
The Caleb one? Yeah. We're talking about the Caleb Yeet, right? The Sunshine Wagon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you guys know the story behind that? Like how funny it was even to the set?
No. Tell us.
So there's multiple levels of production, and you get a production person who's assigned to the teams. That is your main go-to person, your handler. They're the ones that are guiding you where you need to go, when you need to do it, what you need to do. And when that happened, they closed down for the night, and the production guy driving home was laughing so hard he had to pull over and park his vehicle. He couldn't drive. He had to stop, and he said he had to stop for like 10 minutes and punching the steering wheel, just dying of laughter, remembering what happened, and then he was able to get on the road and get home. But I don't know if any other challenges had that happen where the production people are laughing so hysterically they cannot drive a vehicle.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and Caleb really owns it. He loves it now. He looks back in good humor, and yeah, I think that to me is the funniest dang thing that's ever happened.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And he's in the holiday special, right? Coming up. That's all that's been announced.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I wonder if that will get referenced. I'm sure that will get referenced in the in the holiday special. So
And if you know Caleb, his presence and his attitude, I'm all for the 9,000%. What he's going to do with that?
that's hilarious. They I saw that too because I have the closed caption up, and I saw that too, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, in case you're wondering why Lego Masters has a PG rating on the television, it's just because of silly things like that. Otherwise, they'd be able to get away with a G rating.
I don't ever remember the one where they were looking up the pinata, and Will was like, you don't want to make it look like the ass of the wagon or whatever it was, the ass of the car. And he held there. I don't remember him doing that originally in the show, but
no, there was a lot of stuff where they went into whatever data storage device they have this stuff shot on, and they pulled some stuff out. No, Boone had told me about the camping stuff, and he always wanted to. He was disappointed that never made air, and now they went ahead and were able to show that for the clip episode too.
What camping stuff are you talking about?
Well, so what was never aired is during the season 1 finale, Will had a makeshift camping spot set up on
His
set.
cot. Got it.
Yeah, he had a cot, and the socks were like hanging off the line and all that. And he was doing that bit, but that never made air. I think that was entirely a new thing. Also, they showed behind the scenes the production. I was surprised they showed the production monitor display. Usually that's a tightly kept secret, but they were right there. Hey, Pink Wheels.
Pink Wheels. Yeah. Pink Wheels is going through some more chemo. We're just thinking and praying for her big time and checking on her. So let us soothe you to sleep with our silken words and our
dulcet
body and our talk and our chirping digital whatever's going on with my microphone.
And I hope that we all buy you a roller skate set when the time is appropriate.
Okay, let me just say, I sent that roller skate to Pink Wheels, and I said, "Look, Pink Wheels." She goes, "Those are tires, and I'm not having it." And so, just you want to drop that because she's going to come at you.
Well, it was met with love, so I rescind my offer for free Lego to Pink Wheels. You will not receive any free stuff from me whatsoever. Now that it is not appreciated.
And then I sent it to her that night, and the first thing, I know she'd gone to rest. She's not feeling great. Pops up the next morning. I said, "Hey, did you see those Pink Wheels? I think those are tires." And that was it. That's all.
I sent it to her too, so she probably got a lot of that day.
Probably so.
I showed that to my husband, and he was like, "You can make that in every color, right?" I said, "Well, not every color, but you could probably make it in more than one color."
That's funny. So a lot of people, I think, online have gotten the reason why there is a clip episode they haven't really landed on the real reason yet. So I will put forth a Moto theory. So a lot of folks are like, well, Lego Masters is contracted to produce so much episodes, correct? As a run. And Ben and Poppy, Poppy got sick. So there was, no elimination as the reason. I beg to differ. So my theory is that if one person contacted COVID, they had to shut down the production for at least 2 or 3 days for everyone to self-isolate and make sure it didn't pop up any of the other contestants. And it's that production time that normally is a 3-day window means that's an episode of production. And because you're spending money and you only have the studio for so long, the real reason we got a clip episode is not because of eliminations, but literally they lost an episode due to a production delay due to the COVID. That's my theory. But a lot of people are like, well, why did they do a clip episode? They just could have done a non-elimination and done the thing. And I'm like, no, if one person has COVID, it's the 3-day shutdown delay and pause in production that costs you the schedule, not the... Because they could have worked in another episode, but I just think they've physically run out of time because of a isolation type thing they had to go into, and an isolation measure that probably was enforced.
Yeah, I think you're correct. I think there was a lot of factors. I heard just the words.
That's my
weren't
theory.
able to isolate long enough, and there was, so it sounded like everybody kind of had to do something like that. And anyway, yeah,
I know in our production that's what they would have done. They would have they would have closed everything for at least 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. And I mean, I enjoyed the clip show. It was kind of cool to see some more stuff and that we hadn't seen. But anyway,
Sorry, I was just going to say I do want to see those last 29 numbers that they didn't actually cover because they went right from 30 to 1.
Yeah, well, that was.
Why not just do the top 75 instead of the top 100?
Well, I mean,
Because
they could have showed all the different crashes on all those episodes just really fast, rapid fire. But I don't know.
Yeah,
that was weird.
Anyway.
So this last week, in my day job, I had a group of students that were writing a policy brief for Georgia State Legislature. I promise this is not really political. But one of the 3 student teams were writing about the Georgia film tax credit. And in their policy brief, I actually learned things I didn't know about filming in Georgia. And if those of you who don't know, Lego Masters After Season 2 has been filmed right here in Georgia in Cobb County. A short distance from the Waffle House that Chris goes to, I think.
Not anymore, according to my sources.
Oh, okay. Well, but one of the things that the students pulled up were the actual number of jobs by state, and Georgia is now 3rd in the nation behind New York and California, or California, New York, probably in that order. Florida's right behind us, so we're in the top. We're basically competing with Florida for 3rd and 4th places, but. It was pretty interesting to actually see some numbers, and one of the reasons that shows like Lego Masters and Hunger Games film has been shot here, Marvel's, Endgame was shot, much of it was shot here, is that Georgia offers a pretty substantial tax credit for films that are over $500,000 or film productions, film or television, and it's almost $1 billion at this point. I mean, Georgia's the last couple of years, it's been $900 million in tax credits that are going out. So what's interesting, and then I'll stop. What's interesting is that Georgia's film tax credit is transferable, which means that if the studio doesn't use all of the credit, they can literally sell the credit to any other business that wants to write down their tax burden, and they usually sell it for about 90% of the credit. So like if Lego Masters is filming and they get a certain tax credit for a certain amount, they don't use it all, then they can turn around and sell it. And that's actually one of the things that really makes it very attractive to film in Georgia. It just makes it cheaper to film here.
Did you guys know there is a cheat sheet out there? So if you Google now filming in Georgia,
okay,
any production that uses that benefit has to list their production while it's going on in Georgia.
Yes.
That's how I knew Lego Masters Season 5 was being made, it was listed on the Now in Filming in Georgia list. And I just went there now, and it's no longer listed, so they have wrapped.
So my real question is, what is your night job?
My night job is appearing on a show where we sit around and talk about Lego.
Cool.
And I manage a beer league hockey team. That's my night job.
You'll have to send me a link to that show.
He's not getting paid. And
I'm getting paid with YouTube fame so that like one person will come up to me at a convention and go, "I think I watched your show once."
I don't think anyone is up and saying, "I saw you on Old Gray Bricks first" or anything like that. Nobody is.
Oh, there's a couple people from Bricks and Beer that were like, "Yeah, I watched you." Anyway,
they think I'm Sandlin. They think Sandlin's me. So it's go ahead.
Wait, you're not. We haven't been talking to Sandlin this whole time.
No.
Oh, geez. Oh man.
Crazy.
And Matt, you forgot to mention your other show, you're Mapping with Matt.
That one hasn't kicked off yet. That's still in the planning stage, though.
You can do.
I do want to start a show like a county a day where I talk about one U.S. county. So, but that's still in the planning phase. crickets. All right, I'll stop.
No, I mean, it almost sounds like a bit from a sitcom like Community or something, where it's like you're gonna. And now we're gonna talk about Madison County. It has bridges.
Hey, I know where that county is. Anyway. All right, let's go around the room. We'll start with Moto. Moto, what's going on in your Lego world? What are you building?
Oh, good one. I don't know. I've just been doing experiments, so stuff like that. You know, trying to. I don't know.
That's cool.
That's a lot of Mexico.
Yeah, I wasn't prepped. I was trying. So I'll show you a failed experiment. So I made this cool doodad where if you take the steering, what do you call those?
Steering wheel?
Yeah, well they're not the steering wheels, but
So they're handlebar things.
yeah, so if you ram 3 handlebars through steering wheels and then you twist them, you get a nice offset. And I thought maybe that offset would be enough to make a sphere. But it turns out the steering wheels are the diameter's too narrow. So that's a failed experiment. But
It looks cool though.
It looks such a fail. It looks so much like a fail.
well, I mean, it as far as my needs, it failed. It's not going to turn out. I did it enough to realize it's not going to turn out. But it's
You
a
focus
cool
on
idea.
your needs. What about our needs, Moto? What about our needs, Moto? Come on.
Well, okay. So if you look at this, can you tell how I assembled it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, feel free to use this. Go forth. Make cool things.
Okay.
It
Noted.
just didn't work out. Like I said, I'm just doing experiments. You know, stupid, dumb things.
That's cool.
That's what I'm up to. Other than that, I made the Dreams set over there, and I really like it.
Is that the new shuttle-y bus kind of thing?
This one is the flagship one, so it's the. Now this is a banging set. I gotta say, if you want a good Lego set,
Yeah, I saw that in the store last week. I'm like, whoa, check that thing out.
yeah, it's really cool. I mean, it's got the great space engines on it, but it's a shark. But it's a shark skeleton, and it's got a pirate ship on top. It's just so weird and cool. And then it's driven. The engines are powered by eyeballs. Creepy
as they
eyeballs, as they should be. Like all things should be. Whoops, I hit a camera. Anyway, great set. Would recommend.
It looks
I know
like
it's not
it looks like a Moto built set. Like you built that. That would have been a Moto creation and everything. So
I wish that I came up with the idea for that because it is. Once I put it together, I'm like, well, that's done. I can't do that now.
For me too.
Like I can't make an awesome shark, skeletal, vibrant, creepy ghost ship thing now. That's why I buy sets once in a while because they do things I don't. So
yeah,
it's going well.
I think we can all say that the quality of and the complexity of Lego sets is increasing, and more and more you want to build that thing and keep it rather than build that thing and tear it down and build it better.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, absolutely.
well, that's okay. All right, let's go over here to Captain Xavier. Hello, sir.
Hello.
I
have finally a package arrived that I've been anticipating for a long time, months now. Finally arrived from Denmark. We have dun, 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 dun.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And I got the parrot and then redid the colors in the original parrot colors because they should be. I've got the little one there and the big one.
That's awesome, dude.
It pays to have friends who live in Denmark.
That is a great idea.
Having a friend in Denmark? Yeah.
No, having the parrot paired with the large pirate.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw somebody mention that they were the right size. So
That's
I
so cool.
bought the original one, and then it was just a matter of replacing. I was baffled that I had most of the parts to be able to swap it from the blue to the red, yellow, and green, but I was able to.
Nice.
We also have this lovely picture, which was a print from some artist in the UK who did a print of Captain Redbeard, and I had to have it, so I gave them money and they sent it to me.
Nice.
And
Good
thus,
deal.
of course, the hat and the shirt, yar, and all that talk. And that's
Oh.
that's it for me.
Technically, he should have done like this instead of this.
Yar,
The hook hand.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
yar.
Awesome. Good to
No,
have you,
no.
sir. Let's go to Jeff Van Winden. How are you, sir?
I am good. I built a set today. I had the day off. I have Mondays and Fridays off. So I built a set today, and this is one I got this weekend. We were at our annual meeting for the Toronto Lego Group Touareg, and it's a gaming vehicle, and it's got these gaming areas in here
what?
where, and it's kind of interesting because on the back, I'm trying. Okay, well, first I'm gonna show off the size of the truck first of all. I don't really get that,
Little
and
tiny.
the worst part. What are these?
Wait, this was a set?
Yeah, this is a current set, and normally there's stickers on these black things, so it's supposed to be like a TV screen behind the gamers. Move that guy out. There's supposed to be stickers on these black things, so you can kind of see the guys fighting, like you'd be watching the game, and they have power indicators as well, so I can turn the red arrows to move up top and bottom, or you can see what I'm showing there. But I put these wheels on at the end, and I'm like, why? I don't get it. I get it. It's supposed to be like a low to the ground vehicle, but you could easily put the wheels higher up into this big white brick, and like WTF.
What?
But,
What?
but I
Why don't
did.
the wheels flash the same in the front? I mean, that would not have been hard.
Well, yeah, exactly. And I mean, it does have. I mentioned earlier too when before chat, it does have a bright green transparent windscreen, which is pretty nice. But I did build something myself. I built this like last week, so people might have seen it on Instagram. For those of you that like Starcom, it's the laser rat. So the wheels kind of fold in. So Starcom, the idea was it was all spring-loaded things. So you hit a little button on the top, and it would kind of pop open from a cargo container into a vehicle. So I've tried to recreate it a bit here. Obviously not spring-loaded, but it's like a little off-road vehicle or a little battle platform, shall we say. So this one I had as a kid. I had a couple other of the sets as a kid. This one I always loved. I wanted to build it. Everything else I'm looking at for their sets, I'm like, I don't know that I want to build any of them because none of them really appeal to me as much as this little guy did. So, but I might build a few more, but I'm not going to go over the entire line just because lines are not going down now.
Were you inspired by the new space set that looks a lot like a Starcom vehicle?
Well, I think, Chris, you mentioned Starcom when we were looking at those, or in our chat, I think, beforehand, you mentioned Starcom. So I was like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I should visit that project because right now I'm waiting for parts to come in for my next build. So let's, excuse me. But yeah, I think I might build a few more. I've got some time off in the next coming weeks. And my last order from Shop at Home that I made on the 18th of November hasn't shipped yet, although I ordered on 17th of November. Someone did update to say that their order from the 16th of November was shipped in the past couple of days. So I have hope that mine will be shipped soon. And then I have to wait 21 days for it to get here. So
Right. Did I see that Bricks and Pieces is shut down for the holidays?
yes, they shut down all the standard orders are shut down. You can't order any standard parts right now. Bestsellers is still running, and they are still stocking bestsellers on and off. Like I have seen pieces come back in, but it's all best-selling pieces. So
That makes sense.
and part of the reason for that I read was that they wanted to during the holiday season they get a lot of people that are missing parts, so they want to make sure that they get their missing parts with enough lead time. So, and obviously probably to catch up on what's been backlogged, and probably people will be on vacation for a little bit too, so they have less staff. But it is kind of crazy that, like, I think last year they didn't shut down and they were backlogged for like 40 or 50 days with part orders after the holidays because they didn't have, I think they gave people time off or people took time off and they just didn't have the bodies to pull the parts. So
Do we think that room where they do that is like the scene in the mailroom in Elf? I mean, is it? I mean, is it like a shiny mailroom and they're all grunty people in there that smell like mushrooms, but they want to hurt me? And
I really want to see that. Like, I want someone to film that or to do a tour of the Bricks and Pieces shop and how they actually fill the orders. Like, are they hand picking them? Are they counting them? Do they have like the big pharmacy dispensing machines that just know the weight of every piece and drop it in? Like you say 500 of this and put the bag underneath and it just drops it in? Because it's pretty accurate.
Do they actually open it up and it's like Mr. Burns and the monkeys typing on the thing? It was the best of time. It was the worst of times. Stupid monkey. Is it? I mean, is it that going? Is there some sort of OSHA thing they don't want us to see that they're treating their employees terribly, packing our poor little orders and everything? I really want to know. So
I hope not.
I hope not either. But you know,
I would expect it's probably a mixture between Amazon and the largest. You know, if you look at the largest Bricklink stores, how they have the carts and they just run down the aisles pulling inventory.
Yeah, but how do they
Maybe
pull
something-
like 1,500 1x2 clear bricks? This was a Bricks and Pieces standard order or bestsellers I got a couple of weeks ago. That's just like 1,500 plus 1x2 clear brick. They threw in with 2 other clear brick in the 1,500 quantities as well. So I had to sort it this weekend, which was not that fun because it's like 1x2 plates brick.
I don't know. That would be an interesting documentary, though.
Yeah, for us.
I wonder if I'm pretty sure they do the count by weight. I bet you they have like dispenser bins or something, and they just but still, I want to see it. I want to see all those bricks in one place. I just
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, alternate candidate. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. All right, Steve, what are you up to, Steve?
Well, like I've been in a big Lego rut for like over a month, and this is really like the first time I'm actually like building something. So I decided to get back at my Spider-Verse mock. So I'm just designing, or actually some facades that I'm actually turning into 4 walls. So that's kind of what I'm up to. It's going to be like behind my big buildings. So
yeah.
I got the creative spark to actually touch Lego. So yeah.
Cool. Now, there's 2 things about you that I know. I know that you really love your Galaxy Explorer, and I appreciate that. We have seen you heavy pet your Galaxy Explorer on multiple videos, and that's okay with us. But your angled buildings there that are like the different multiverses converging and everything, super cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I don't know if my other one is standing right next to it. I have to reinforce it better. I'm not like the burgundy one. Actually, I can leave it alone, and I'm not worried about it falling. But the other one, it's pretty piece intensive. So there aren't a lot of like 1x4s. It's a lot of like 1x1s and 1x2 bricks. So I don't fully trust it yet to just stand there while I'm not looking at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
that's awesome. You need to bring it to Atlanta Brick Convention. Let me just say, I'm just gonna put that down.
Yeah, I was thinking about going to Chicago next year, but like no one's going. Like none of my friends are going, so I don't know.
I'll be there.
Well, I got one friend going, so.
You mean the largest Lego convention in the world, and none of your friends are going to be there out of all the people?
No.
I'm gonna go to Texas this year. I think Seattle in 2024.
Yeah, I was thinking like if I don't do Chicago, like I'm gonna go do rodeo. I think this year. So my plan was to I want to do Brick World Milwaukee, but that's a private invitation, and I'm not part of a one. So I actually emailed them about going individually and haven't heard back from them yet. So I'd like to do Milwaukee, Chicago, and rodeo, but I don't know. We'll see.
Brick Slopes is on the schedule for me, hopefully this year. So
good time.
I'm going to Atlanta.
Me too.
And probably that's it.
Oh, and Toronto and Montreal for me as well.
When is Atlanta?
February 10th and 11th.
Oh wow.
Yep.
That's President's Day weekend, right?
Possibly. It's my son's birthday.
You guys are in the States and you don't know. Jeez.
Nobody gets President's Day off except for federal employees, so it's kind of like a non-holiday for most.
Maybe like Bill Clinton.
Huh?
I mean, because he was a president.
Oh, I see what you did.
You'll see what you did. Yeah, Batter Pair of Bricks. We'd love to have you down. Come down. Come see us.
He's in Florida. Shouldn't be too far of a drive.
Right? Yeah, need to come. All right, Matthew, what you up to?
So today's the last day of grading, and tomorrow I get in the car and drive to Florida. So that'll be great. We're gonna go down, go to the beach, and go to Florida's 3 national parks. I'm gonna wear my Brick Slopes T-shirt, which their T-shirt this year was a minifig sitting on a beach in front of a palm frond, so it's perfect for this little trip. And I am currently building, because I picked this up as one of the Black Friday clearances, the set, which I've never played the game, so it has no I have no emotional response to this. I bought it. I flipped the minifig for $16, so this brought the parts of the price of the parts down quite a lot. So it's basically a parts part. Oh boy, Polly picked a pickle peppers or something. Anyways, so I'm building it once, and then I'll part it out and mix it in with the stuff. What's your hat in Jersey? So the C is technically for Cincinnati, but it's this kind of Christmas green, so I pretend it stands for Christmas. And got the Red Wings in green that I picked up last year when Adidas had a clearance sale. So it's cold in my room, so that's why I'm wearing the sweater. But yeah, building some stuff, and I'm starting to think about Atlanta BrickCon, and unfortunately, I'm probably too late to build anything for the new Hashima assembly. I am thinking about, again, this is relevant to your interest, but I am thinking about breaking out the Jetsons Tower that I built 2 years ago for Brick World and adding more stuff. Maybe adding some rock work, adding some other buildings, some more scene setting type stuff. Maybe I'll put some lights in it. So it's probably too late to jump into the new Hashima, but I can kind of bring back my already constructed Jetsons Tower with using dark teal and incorporate it into our moon base layout.
That'd be good.
February.
That'd
And
be good.
I picked up a couple of dark teal parts, and it kind of got me like, this would be fun to incorporate. I wonder how I would use this dark teal and this dark teal, and so I started thinking about expanding it and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's what I'm going to do when I get back here. And it's also time to put the mosaic back together. It's been in a box since it came back from Utah on the airplane in luggage. And I need to put it back together. The parents are coming here the day after Christmas, and they've never seen it. So I told them I'd have it ready and waiting. And that way, so they'll be here, last of December. And I'll just leave it put together, and then we'll take it over to the Gas South Arena where Atlanta BrickCon is. It's only about 12 minutes away. Bagged a beautiful box of building bricks. I'll take it over and I'll be able to put it together more quickly if I don't have to break it apart in so many small sections. So I registered for Atlanta BrickCon today, so I'm officially in the mix. So if you are thinking about coming, you can go on the site. It's slightly not obvious how to register, but if you look along the top of their page, there is a tab that says exhibitors, and you click on that, and that's how you register if you want to come and display.
Yeah, and they call it like weekend exhibitor pass. It's not like they don't list it as you're registering for the full 4 days. So it's really weird. And the price seems low too, because it's only what, 50 US or something like that, somewhere in that frame for it, versus like the 80 or 100 you're used to.
Yeah, it's 60, but yeah, I think start 50. And if you are an exhibitor, and this is the only convention that does this, if you are an exhibitor, you're the, for the whole, behind the scene thing, they feed you a meal, and it was a good meal last year, and nobody has ever given me food like that. So
just a correction, Brickhameni in Montreal did that as well this year. So
good for them.
He didn't go.
No, I'm just
So Giddens, I don't think you watch. I don't know if you watched the show, the Lego Master show, but there was a Waffle House reference.
Yes, there was. Will Arnett said he'd been, the Too Much Waffle House. I loved it. I was like, yeah.
So, question is, Chris, why did you never see him there then? Because you're always there, aren't you?
See what? There's a couple around. We must have gone to two different ones. That's it. But
Isn't that where you do all your prep work at the Waffle House with the
It is.
scattered and smothered and all that stuff?
it is. And here's my revised, much smaller and more part efficient Waffle House Gouget that I'm going to make for to give away.
Oh, that's fun.
My micro Waffle House Gouget to give away to people at Atlanta Brick Convention. So
Pretty cool.
Does this sign really put that high up in the air?
some of them are.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, for the interstate. Yeah. So
Wow. I just don't know.
I may
about
put a
Waffle House.
I may put a 3-link bar in there that may shorten it a little bit, but anyway.
I need to figure out what I'm going to do for my token.
Better get on
what's up,
that.
man?
Chris?
Yep.
All right. Hey, let's talk new parts because New Elementary has new part lists.
Yes.
mold.
Yes.
And a couple of them are like, well, why didn't you do this like 20 years ago when I was using that a lot? And, but, let me throw this in here.
Oh, none of us here care about new parts. I don't know what you.
All right.
I have 3 orders that are currently in the mail, and I'm like, of course they're gonna arrive while I'm away. So I'll be like, when I get back, it'll be like personal Christmas because I'll have all these parts waiting to be ripped open from Europe. It'll be awesome.
From Europe.
All right, here we go. So this is most of these are coming in the friends line. So this is looking where we're gonna look at this. Look at that. 6x5 by 3 3/4 or 3 1/3. Man, that's
tasty.
so sweet.
Yeah. And I think that's the window that's in all the new classic or all the new space.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sims.
yeah. Mhm.
It-
So we'll
it's
get
the
lots of those.
top. It's the top of that big tall panel, just the top, and it matches that old panel. In fact, I have my first big spaceships. I needed this, so what I did was use the big tall things and just sink them down in there and bricked around the bottom of them. So I got to have these shorter windows. So
Yeah. Now you don't have to do that.
that was 20 years ago. What's funny about that? But yeah, I could have used these, but these are great. 2 different colors, trans clear and dark purple. So nice. All right. So
It's
yeah,
good. There it
I
is.
love this picture because you can see the difference in old,
Yeah.
trans clear and new, which is
Yep.
kind of interesting.
Well, yeah, it's polycarb versus ABS, and
True.
I'm a big polycarb fan, but those days are gone or dwindling.
Yeah. There's less scratching on the old, but
Well, it's polycarb.
some new leaves. Are you guys excited
Yeah.
about these new leaves?
They're almost too big, in my
They're
opinion.
too
But
on the
they're-
nose for me a little bit.
They have the pattern of the smaller leaf, so if to build an actual tree with the smaller leaves and just use this as filler
I
for a
get
lot
it.
of it, I think it's going to work really nice.
Okay, Jeff, make me like it.
Well, of course.
I do like this element. I want to see it. It's going to take about a year for it to diversify and kind of spread out in Bricklink. I wouldn't bricks and pieces this one, but I would definitely Bricklink this one.
You remember in Star Trek V, the terrible Star Trek, where Uhura is dancing with the palm leaves? It looks like these.
Yes.
I thought Star Trek 1 was the terrible Star Trek.
Wait, what? Who said what?
Star Trek 1? I thought that was a
5.
terrible Star Trek.
Well, all the
5
odd
is
number
the
one.
absolute worst.
Yeah, 5 is the worst, but the
One-
odds are usually bad. The evens are usually okay.
Well, I
when
like
it comes to-
number 3.
Yeah, Star Trek 3 is actually one of my top favorites. So
Ugh.
I love Star Trek 3. I love the melancholy version of the the music. Anyway, all right. Yeah, so this seems a little on the nose, but it's fine if you want it. It's fine. It's fine. Okay.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Cool piece.
There shows the drop on it there. And let's just give a shout out to New Elementary for everything that New Elementary does. I mean, they give us all sorts of information about the new parts and everything. So props to them.
Yeah, I really want that leaf piece as a chest of a dragon, so it looks like dragon scales. That's what I want.
Oh, that's cool.
The breast. So that's why I want to use that part. Is I think it's going to be a more efficient way to represent scales in a dragon build, rather than
Question
going.
is, how well will they line up beside each other?
Exactly.
And what shade of purple is your dragon going to be?
So far, it looks like lavender or green. I mean, you can have a green dragon.
Yes, you can. All right. Well, here's something that should have been made long ago.
Macaroni. Yeah.
3x3 macaroni.
Hey, macaroni.
That's right. Interesting. It only has 2 studs on the side, but that makes sense. But wow.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to see though, being clear. It's hard to see all the proper dimensions. Like you can't really tell if there's studs missing in the middle.
Yeah, that's true.
Clearness, but it's
well, it wouldn't line up in system if they put one in the middle.
No, for sure.
So it's good that they have a 2 and a 3 now, because they have the plates to go with it already. They've got all the other elements surrounding this.
Is there a round plate? Yeah, I guess there's a full round plate.
No, there's not a 3x3 plate that's completely round like that. The 3x3 is a 1x2 round with 2 extra 1x1s beside it. It's not.
I was thinking. No.
You mean
the top this
3x3? Yeah, the flat plates.
You top and bottom block it. If you're doing like a lighthouse, for example, and you need a roof. All the other circular elements exist. Smaller macaronis exist. It's just this is a nice little part of the system that fills a need.
Yep, I like it. All right, check this thing out.
It needs
new rocker. New rocker. No, it's a bar element.
I know. The first time I saw it, I'm like, oh look, new landing gear, and then I'm like, oh no, wait, that isn't.
But it makes for some pretty efficient landing gear possibilities, though. I mean, you can easily lock that in, so you can use the clips on it and everything. So,
and you can lock it. You can use it as a rocker to achieve an angle. There's a lot of good things you can do with this, as they're already demonstrating. Yeah, you can do a stud reversal. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, stud reversal is really nice. So. I like that it's kind of interesting that it has the same almost the same mold mark as the that Technic cross piece, just in a little bit different spot, but that's kind of interesting. Really, really, really fun. This one is not a big deal. They just put 2 holes there in the end, so whoop-de-doo, look at this.
A T.
That's an illegal connection.
That's why they made it. It's no longer illegal. You can now legally get it in a part.
It was funny though, because I was building something or thinking about it, saw how to build something the other day, and I'm like, oh, there needs to be a 1 plate high version of this now too, though. Just because there's the instances where you need 1 plate.
They'll get there.
Never satisfied.
Never.
So
never ever.
Is the math of this more akin to a snot brick or a bracket? Because brackets always add a half plate offset, which sucks.
It's a snot brick.
This will be flush. You can put a plate and a tile on the front and 2 plates on the anti-stud end, and it's flush.
Yeah. So it's a pure 5 center plate.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's as similar as the 2x2 one with the 1x2 on top.
Oh man, blast it! This is a really good part.
Yeah.
Crap.
It's a very good part. Look, it's a tent. Let's move on.
That's the one I want. The next one.
And this is a neat story. Do y'all know the story?
I want that. I want lots of those.
The story behind this is they make in the mini doll.
Autumn. Yeah, Autumn.
Yes. And
is this the amputee? Is this the replacement?
Yeah.
So the story I read is that parents were calling in thinking maybe there was a mismold or something was going on. The other parents said, okay, sure, she's amputee, but where's her artificial limb? And so Lego started making them and sending them, and they've included them in the set, which is fantastic. but also it makes for some really cool connection possibilities.
God, I want that. Yeah, that thing is a game changer.
New Elementary did do a follow-up article to this afterwards. I at least saw it on Instagram this morning, and they were saying the clutch power of the hand is not the same as the clutch power of the clips.
Oh no, it's a because it's a mini figure or
Yeah.
mini doll.
It is a minifigure hand, so yeah, it'll be a little different.
So they were just saying for connection points, it could be a challenge for some things.
Yeah. All right. Here's the biggest disappointment in all things. That
Why
is
isn't it
a
just-
super cool helmet. It will not fit a minifigure. So
So what's the problem?
I don't. I like mini dolls. I don't play or build with mini dolls. I just don't. I don't. I would love to have this molding, this really cool retro sci-fi look and stuff like that. It's fantastic. I wish it was minifig. So
Okay, it's time for my sig fig to come for a nice message of inclusivity. Mini dolls are people too.
I know they are. They're very cool. But can a Dremel make that? Yes, it can. I bet it can. But I think it's great. I'm glad they made this. This is a really cool looking because I mean you got space to print a logo on the front of it. It's really techie looking. I like it a lot.
Well, you get a four stud pattern in the back. I mean, that's going to be
Exactly.
clutch up the wazoo.
Of course.
And it's an open stud, so you can jam bars in there. You can do all sorts of fun things with that.
Mhm. All right, and then some accessories. There's looks like a squished hedgehog, fanny pack or
The
a shoulder
banana
bag. One or the other.
Or
Yeah,
back
they
up.
use them as shoulder bags, which is just hilarious. It's a European handbag.
Your mom's a European handbag. Anyway,
Dang.
Damn.
and then
Banana
everybody's
peel.
about the banana peel because that should mean
Mario Kart.
possibly Mario Kart. I love that. It's so funny.
And I mean, for the Super Mario line, there's a Bowser has an actual vehicle now
Yeah.
that's coming out as well. And I'm like, okay, so I think that was actually a vehicle in Mario Kart as well. And it has like the little bombs that he would drop.
Jake says it's in 3D World, but go ahead.
Okay, thanks, Jake.
He's here.
And Uber Geek's saying, or Chris is saying, we're getting Peely from Fortnite. Oh no, that's him joking about this. Forget it. Because Peely's doing that.
I like the. So can you get a bar into the front of that banana peel, or is that just a injection point left over?
Right at the bottom there.
Yeah, right
yeah,
there.
Because the
Yeah,
guy
you can.
put the tooth in there.
Yeah, you could.
Well, but the tooth is one of those flexible elements,
Oh,
so you
that's right,
can
it's like soft.
make them work. But
Yeah.
I'm wondering if a legit ABS one will fit in there.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. I hope it does.
He
I
wants
would
to
expect
see-
this to show up. I would expect this to show
Ooh.
up in one of the botanical sets because it's a
Yeah,
great
yeah,
little
it's
blossom.
gonna-
Yeah, if that was in
smaller.
green, and you could actually, if you could put the bar in, then you could do a stack of those as
Yeah,
something
that's
tropical.
where I'm
right?
going. Yeah.
You'll just have to experiment and shove stuff in there.
I don't know what that means. We looked a little bit at this. We didn't look at the parts, the new parts and the new molds in this Megapolis new set, or did we? Did we look through these? The new Peach.
I don't think so.
I don't think we did on this chat.
Very excited about the new fence piece.
Yeah, that's very cool. I'm on the fence about it, but
Uh-huh.
and the new color, reddish orange. Do we need reddish orange?
No, we need sand pink back. That's what we
And red.
sand red. Sand
Yeah.
It's a nice color.
I like it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with it.
And we're gonna get it because it's in all the space sets. So
I was gonna say you better like it because it's coming. It's gonna be there for a lot.
Yep. The nice thing is we're getting the green helmet, so you can upgrade all of your green astronauts from the exo suit that you got. So that's nice. And the trans yellow piece, which I hope will be on Pick a Brick because that is going to be my pick right there. Not Pick a Brick, but
Pick a brick
Bolt
wall.
Log. Yeah.
Bricks and pieces.
No, think bigger. Get it in the Lego store. Pick a brick wall.
Yeah. That would
So,
be
what we
good.
really want.
Speaking of Pickerbick Wall, on the return from Florida, I plan on stopping at Disney Springs just to see what's on their wall.
Oh dear.
This is a nice piece. It's in the Avengers Tower. It's this corner.
Mhm.
They've had it in gray. It's also in trans blue here, which is really nice. And the 3x round plate is really nice.
Oh, there's a new Mo variant. Why does Mo keep getting younger?
Oh, the kitty? I don't
Yeah,
know.
the cat lost his mohawk. Then now it's like he's a kitten. Does Mo just keep shrinking?
He's devolving.
Yeah,
Button.
he's Devo.
Yeah, I don't know the lore, so I like this new worm gear and the elevator piece. I can't wait to get a hold of that and mess around with it.
Pretty cool.
They're already available on Bricks and Pieces. Well, they were until they shut down. I've got 40 of those gears now. I bought a bunch.
Jeez, man.
Well, I have an idea. Years ago I built a water lock, like a lift lock.
GBC much?
No, I actually years ago I built like a water lock, and I used the old style worm gears, and I know
yeah.
I can make it work so much better with these. So
Here's the sticker sheet. This is what everybody just wants, a sticker sheet.
Yeah, you got the space logo. You got this throwback to the original ideas book here. The screen. Which
Well,
is
look
cool.
at they got a Bionicle mask down in there.
Black Bionicle mask. Yeah, so the Bionicle guys have to go digging into an expensive set to get something else. Welcome to our world. So,
and then there's the Lego family, right?
Yeah, the old Big Fig Lego family is here. You can't see it in this picture very
The
well.
homemaker. Those are homemakers.
Homemakers. It's really cool.
I'm waiting.
Well, also, they have the
home wreckers, but
man, they're referencing the Queen Spider set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're referencing a lot of the sets from the earlier waves too. That's pretty bonkers.
Yeah, the figs are always cool, but
monkey
Kid. It's a really cool set. Big pricey set that you can't even. They're not even have this in the Lego stores, so I don't understand it. But I guess we got to get it. So
you know what? The web works really well.
It does. I've
ordered a bunch of Monkey Kid sets. I just wait for them to have double VIP points, and then I, go for my gift with purchase that I can flip on BrickLink and figure out ways
Good luck
to
with
save
that.
Why?
Monkey Kid is already pretty limited in where it's in the U.S.
No, but you just buy it off Shop at Home. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
you wait till there's a gift with purchase that you can flip for $20-$30 and you save 15-20% off. Then you get double points.
Or this weekend where there's double VIP points still and 2 gift with purchases.
Yep. This is how we do it.
Here's how.
Hey, those Bionicle boys are now old enough. They should have better paying jobs and they can afford to buy those sets. They're not 15 anymore.
Well, some of us are having to pay for college that pays your salary, so we can't buy as many bricks. So.
Oh, don't even get me started on my salary, which has not kept up with inflation.
Mine neither. Thank you very much.
Is that what tenured means? That you just have the same salary for the rest of your life?
I am at a non-tenure institution. I will never.
That was a joke. That was a joke, by the way.
Oh, you're hitting all my sore points today. I see. my lack of raises and my lack of tenure. Just go ahead. Just keep it up.
Oh, so I didn't know.
Okay. There's no tenure in college.
You need a second night job.
I do.
Get one that pays better than this one.
Yes. This one doesn't even get me click on the link and we get like free stuff from Lego or anything. Like we don't even get that. Come on.
Oh,
You
I'll
need
tell
to
you something.
start,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to make a smart ass remark, so I'm going to withhold.
I don't know if you follow Aaron, the brick builder. Aaron that now is designing sets.
Oh,
Lego
Aaron, double A, not ERIN, AARON.
Aaron Brick Designer. He has been talking about the sets he's designed, and that's super great. And he's been replying to comments and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so he's getting to announce that the stuff he's designed, and he has been all into the new space sets, and it seems like he understands us a little bit. So that's why we're getting stuff we like. So kudos to Aaron. I know he's not watching and will never, but anyway.
Oh, and congratulations on the Giraffe 3-in-1. That is a beautiful set that you designed. So
Yeah,
if he is watching,
it is
as well.
Hang on, let me share this.
And I think Boone's first set that he was involved in launches soon as well.
It is. He did a Tangled. Is it a Tangled set? I believe
it's something Disney.
Yeah, it's the Tangled with tower with the bar as well.
Yeah. There we go. There's Aaron. He's only been there a couple years, and now he's like major designing. He's got lots of hands and lots of lines, so that's a good thing.
What fun it is to ride!
I was wondering why that spaceship was so awesome, and now it's making more sense.
So is it just me, or is Lego seemingly giving the green light for designers to be a bit more public about their involvement?
I think so. I think to me it makes this much more. Even though if I wouldn't have found this appealing, I would be a little more appealing knowing that "quote unquote" one of us did this. You know what I'm saying?
One of us.
Yeah, it's either that or maybe Lego designers just weren't social media savvy. But once it's announced and released, if you designed it, I'm glad that they're sharing what they worked on.
Yeah, this is nice. By the way, you push the power core in, and this opens up in the back. That's very cool.
Oh wow! Look, there's pictures of that finally.
Do what?
I hadn't seen those pictures.
Yeah, it's really nice. The little drone there, the power cord, and everything. This still kind of feels like leftover, like Lightyear concepts they didn't do. I'm okay with it. I'm here for it. But
wait, he worked on that one too?
No, he's speculating.
Co-designed. With Jonas. Okay, huh?
Oh, did he work on it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he co-designed it.
Yeah, I love that he's got these worker bee things. It's very Star Trek going on right there with the little worker bees and the little pilot pod there. I love it. All this interconnects with all the other stuff. Oh, and look, there's the other kind of power cord, the purple power. We've noticed that there's two different kinds. So, little scooter. And also, do you notice that you can stand up in the little habitats? Are actually tall enough to stand in? That's great.
So they're like torch devices. You can't like sit down or stand up. You're like in that mid.
Yes.
Boy, wait till Lego bee counters realize they added a whole extra stud.
I'm digging the uniforms. I like the sandwich is cool. The Subway apparently is in space too, but it didn't. We didn't think that wouldn't take that long. All the characters. I like the little eyepiece on that guy too. The screen there, right there, connects. It's like a signal to the base on the ground. That's pretty neat. Pretty cool stuff.
So like a space monocle.
Yeah, it's a space
monocle?
binocle.
And it is dark green. Interesting. That the extra torso is dark green. You were trying to figure out if it was regular green or dark.
Yeah, I think there's a dark green and a regular green. I think this is fantastic. By the way, look at the movement on this. You get the neck.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
This is so. The recent Creator 3-in-1 sets are absolutely a level above whatever we've seen before, in my opinion. And the only downside is the primary model is so far better than the second and thirds that. I mean, this one doesn't suffer the same consequence because all three of the models are amazing.
I'm going to say that Gazelle maybe it's a little more tight of a design than the Giraffe almost. Look at that. The line's really good. The line's good. There's a lion.
Yeah, but if you review all the Creator 3-in-1s for this next wave, they're all spectacular.
Oh yeah. Oh no, they are the camera super amazing. Yeah, So
Yeah,
it's
look at that.
kind of fun that there's a lot of day one stuff that I want 3-in-1 almost more than something else. So, but anyway,
I mean,
congrats
that's
to Aaron for that.
That's a healthy thing, actually. That
Good
they
job,
have
Aaron.
different lines that that you find appealing. So it's not like you're only interested in one particular type of line. That they're having crossover appeal. That's actually smart.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's Boone's set for those of you looking for getting this. This is Boone's first set. Pretty neat. For those, look at the puppy. The reference for it in the movie, which is great. I have not seen the movie, so I don't know much about it, but I think that's great. Cool mini dolls and everything. I love the little paintings here, which is great.
Nice printed tile.
Do what?
Interesting stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Love it. Love it. Love it. Super cool. It's good to see our friends. And by the way, if you haven't gotten Boone's Christmas album, he did a Christmas album. You can find it on streaming services and everything. It's pretty neat. He self-produced it, I do believe. So stop there. There we go. There we go. Now we're back. All right.
Really cool.
Very cool stuff. Super cool. Tangle is a great Disney movie. I need to watch it. Everything. Magnus, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm excited about the new line. This may be the most excited I've been. It seems like the price point on the space sets is a lot calmer than the last City Space line. And I like those sets in theory. It was just their price points were terrible. These seem to have a little more zip and connectivity between the sets, which makes me excited. And we will get details out before when the new year starts. Contest to space a different theme. So if you want to space adventurers, or you want to space pirates, or you want to space Ninjago, or space Bionicle, or space Paradisa, we'll have a challenge to space a theme and continue all these things. So the space stuff, I believe, is a January 1 kind of thing. So you might see me at the Lego store that day.
Yeah, my son has requested we hold off on his holiday purchases. So he's asking that everybody send monies because he's gonna go after the Dune Ornithopter. He's hot on that sucker, and then he's eyeballing a lot of the newer sets. He's kind of like, he was like, Dad, why did they announce all this stuff? Because now I'm not going to buy anything from them for the holiday.
Not wrong, you know.
No, that's true.
It's like, if they hadn't announced it, I wouldn't have known any better. I'm like, my little man, you are growing well. You've been trained well, my Padawan.
Well, it gets to the point where it's like you go through the clearance aisle right after Christmas at Walmart. You're like, well, if I wait 3 more days or 4 more days, I can go and get the new sets out. So I don't think I'm going to buy the clearance unless it's really deep cut, 75% off and everything. So
you never get 75% off.
I did. Oh, hey, I cleaned up one time. But
I
don't
do that. I don't buy retail because the thrift store does $7 a pound, and there's no way you can match that price.
What?
Yeah. You spend it's a 7-pound bag for $49, and you can't beat that price point. So
not bad.
But I'm lucky. I have thrift stores, so they're cool.
So when I go out to Denver, I need to hit the thrift store?
One specific one, yes.
What's the address?
I could. Message me sometime. I'll give it to you. I don't mind.
Okay.
I'm done buying bulk thrift. I've got enough.
No, I have 2 giant bins of bulk that have been sitting there for 2 years waiting to be sorted. So,
well,
I don't really
need some more. Maybe that'll motivate you to go over the edge.
And I don't need Lego that I can't take back on an airplane either.
That could be a problem.
That's true.
But if I drive to collect counties, then I could drive it back.
So. We didn't talk about what you're doing now.
U.S. counties have you hit, by the way, Matthew?
I'm halfway, so 1,500, 1,600. I hit it on the summer trip, Brick World. So I'm halfway to seeing them all, and I'm going to go for it. So if I remain healthy and I do 100 counties a year, I'll do it by the time I'm 68.
Good luck with Alaska.
Yeah, that might be a big birthday year, like my 60th, where we'll go up and we'll fly. And we actually watched. There's a father-son that does travel videos called Through My Lens that we like a lot, and they drove the Alaska Highway through Yukon. And I turned to him and I said, "Would you want to do that?" He goes, "Yeah, let's do that some summer," because he doesn't work. So it's like, if we save the money up, we could do it. So we might drive up to Fairbanks and then take some airplanes to collect all the rest of the counties. The hard ones are the Aleutian Islands because you got to fly. There's no other way. So, and Juneau, you can't drive to Juneau, so you have to fly.
Yeah.
Chris wants to know, what states have you completed?
I finished Michigan this summer, and when I come back from Florida, Georgia and Florida will now be complete. So 3 states in the District of Columbia will be complete. A couple states are real close. Tennessee, Alabama, South Carolina are all very close. Indiana is very close. But I'll have 3 states done by the end of this year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, cool deal.
Mr.
All right, and with
Mr.
that
Fazoom.
fascinating geographic note, we need to. What were you going to say, Moto? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
What are you working on for Zoom? Because I don't think you told us. Or did you already do it earlier? You let everybody else talk, but you're the host. You should be able to have a little time to talk about what you got going on.
No, I built this little flyer out of the new hubs here that are you put them together here. So, but
That's cool.
honestly, I have not had much time to build.
Whatever. You sent me text last week of like you working in your Lego room. Well, I'm busy grading. You're like, here's some pictures of what I built this morning. I'm like,
I built this.
but I didn't have time to build anything in my Lego room. I was slightly jealous. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I will actually get some. I'm actually going to have some time the week before Christmas that I get to take off a little extra because I'm going to lose those days if I don't. So hopefully, I will get some build time in.
Nice.
But it's really building some stuff to get ready for Atlanta Brick Convention because I need to get on it. But these little scooters are new Hashima little flyers, so I will be able to participate in new Hashima with little zippy flyers around, so I can do my part. But that's it. I really haven't built a lot. That's it. All right, everybody, have a great night. Thank you for joining us. Great conversation. It's fun to see all these new parts. So we have to buy new drawers to put new parts in, but some of these look really useful, and I'm excited about them. So we will see you on Thursday. I can maybe do a preview show of the Lego Masters finale coming up, and just kind of hang out, talk a little messy Thursday going on. We will see you at 8:00. Be awesome and build awesome, and be kind to your neighbors. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
We have to do the pirate. We lost.
I lost both my arms.